What's up, everybody? Here at the beach, finally doing some surf fishing, hoping to get on some pompano, whiting, whatever we got. I got 3 lines out with some fresh dead shrimp and a 3-ounce pyramid weight double drop rig, 2-aught circle hook. Water's in the low 70s right now, so it cooled down a lot. I have not been fishing. I haven't gone surf fishing in probably, I don't know, since June. So it's nice just to get out here, see what's shaking. So hopefully we get on them. We're about to find out. All right, let me show you all what I'm using. This is my go-to rig for surf fishing. So as you can see, this is a double drop rig. I buy them pre-made. They're about $3-4 bucks, depending on where you go. And they have 2-aught circle hooks on each drop. This one has float rigs. Sometimes I do float rigs, sometimes I don't. And I tie that to the main line with either a uni knot for braid or an improved clinch knot if I'm using mono. And down at the bottom, I just have a 3-ounce pyramid weight. If the current's not too bad, this is my go-to. If it's a little bit stronger, I'll use a heavier weight. But this is it, y'all. Like, this is my go-to rig, and I either use dead shrimp or sand fleas if I can get them. And the whiting love it, pompano enjoy it. You'll catch bluefish, black drum, pretty much anything swimming around here.
I normally put out multiple rods when I'm surf fishing because you can cover more ground and get more bait in the water. My rod holders are just simple PVC pipe, 2-inch, and I cut them to size, and I cut one end at an angle so I can drive it into the sand easier. Another good thing about having multiple rods is you can stagger them, throw some out deeper, and keep some in shallow.
I think we got something on this big rod here. Yep, let's go. I don't think I got that in the view, but I was reeling this little whiting in, and an osprey. That osprey up there just came and down and dove, got him. He's all chewed up. Maybe where'd the osprey go? I don't know. All right, see you. Getting some hits on the big one. What is it? Come on. I don't know if he's on here or not, guys. Doesn't feel like it. A little baby of the babiest pompano. Tiny little guy. So tiny. Tiny Tim. Oh, let's get him back home. Tiny Tim, smell you later. All right, it's been a good 15-20 minutes, haven't even gotten a bite. And the tide is starting to fall right now, and it's creating this little sandbar in the middle here. So I can't get out to the second sandbar unless I'm willing to go in really deep water. But there's nothing in this first little trench. So we're gonna make a move, try and go to a different spot where I can get it out to the second break, second sandbar. All right, new spot. Already got a fish. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. I chose this spot because right in front of me here, the waves really aren't breaking, which indicates there's like a channel or a little cut, or it's just deeper water in general. Plus the waves aren't breaking so far out, I can actually get my lines to the second break. And already within a couple minutes, this has paid off. Maybe a little whiting. Yep. It's a decent whiting. Keeper whiting. All right. It's time to start collecting fish. I'm glad I moved. Nice fish. All right, Big Rod's got something. Hopefully he's still on there. It's not a big one. Glad I moved to the second spot. I'm finally catching something. If you aren't getting any bites, 15-20 minutes, there's probably no fish around, so move. Or I was just in a bad spot, caught between the two sandbars. Another nice whiting. All right, so they're a little further out, which is kind of what I expected. Good size whiting though. Definitely keeper material. I don't know, 13 inches. Well, another whiting. I didn't even know he was on there. So this is turning into a whiting fish fry very quickly at this spot. Got something on the little rod. Little fighter, or he just feels big on this little rod. Looks like a little, not sure actually. We got baby pompano. At least they're getting bigger. Not that much bigger. So that was a little bit closer to shore with the float rig. I do want your mama or your daddy. So tell your daddy I'm here to see him, all right? Have fun. Something on this little rod, not big. He might have popped off. No, he's still there. Feels kind of heavy. What we got? Looks like a little whiting. A little, he's going back in the water. He is too small. Got a decent hit on this one. Can't tell if he's still on there or not. I think I lost him. Too slow to get to the rod. Oh no, he's on there. He's on there. I didn't reel enough. It's a good fish. Whiting, not that good of a fish, just a little fighter. He's going back. Decent hit on this one. Let's see if he's still on. Yep. Okay. And it's definitely slowed down at this spot. The tide has turned again. It's still decent little area, but it is slowed. I think because the water's getting lower and lower. Might have to move again unless this starts producing. That's a good whiting. All right. Well, that's enough for the family. All right. Might be doubled up here. Little guy, little whiting probably. It's not a big fish. That's just the drag really low. I see him. He looks like a decent whiting. Yep. I'll take him. It's going off, y'all. Holy cow. Come on, stay on. Stay on. Stay on. There we go. Oh, okay, that's a good fish. Holy cow. I was just reeling in my big one and something was chasing after it in the real shallow water. It almost looked like a redfish out there. So there might be a school moving through. This is a good fish. Heavy fish. Loosen my drag a little bit. I don't want to lose them in the surf. Work with the waves here, people. When the waves come in, reel. Especially with bigger fish. Nice whiting, heck yes. That's a tank. Super good. That's a diesel. 13, 14 inches or so. Nice fish, y'all. Eating good tonight. Fried whiting is on the menu. I only got 2 shrimp left, and I'm gonna have to either use fish bites, find some sand fleas, or just go home. That's a solid fish. All right, so the moral of, I guess, this fishing trip is work with your tides, work with your sandbars, people. Don't stay in the same spot if you aren't catching any fish, or if the tide and sandbars aren't working for you. When I first got to this spot, I caught like 3 or 4 fish in the first 15 minutes, and I thought, great. Then it looked like this, as the tide's backing out, these sandbars are shifting, they're changing. So new cuts are formed, new you know, sandbars are created, and the conditions change. So I've actually moved down from my original spot. This spot here seems to be the deepest spot in my immediate area, and the waves aren't breaking as bad right here, which indicates there's either a little run out or a little cut or something going on here. But that's where your fish are gonna be. All right, I just got done lecturing you guys on what to do, and got a nice bite. So we'll see what this is. Feels like a whiting. It's not a tank, but I'll keep them. So yeah, there's 7 whiting in there. That's pretty good. And I caught all those at the new spot that I moved to. So there's no monsters, no bulls, but you know, some of them are good 13, 14 inches. And that's more than enough food for me and my family, so I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm gonna call it. Caught a half dozen whiting, decent size. I'm happy with that. Small pompano, but the tide wasn't really working with me. But that's kind of the moral of this story, is if the tide and the sandbars aren't working with you, it's time to move. You can see just this area here. You know, we got like a little kiddie pool forming here, a slough, and it's real shallow right there. And you got to get out past those waves where they're breaking way out there. As you move more this way, you can see this little slough starts to go out into the water here, and it's creating kind of a little cut right there. So that's mainly where I was fishing. And then right here, you could set your rods somewhere around here and easily get out past the second breakers. So, you know, you just gotta work with the tides, work with what you got, move around if you're not catching fish, because fishing's not fun unless you're catching stuff. Anyway, y'all, appreciate it. And if you're into fishing, outdoors, or even gardening, I got a nice food forest that I'm documenting. Be sure to subscribe, give me a like, please guys, and we'll catch you on the next video. Later.